Thank you. Good afternoon. I want to thank Vice Chair Gamble and all the members of Council's Budget and Finance Committee for this time today. I'd also like to recognize and thank Councilmember Hurt, Vice Chair Bradford, and all the members of Council's Public Facilities, Arts, and Culture Committee. You have also provided us with incredible support throughout the year. It's been great to work with you, with everyone on council, with the mayor's office, and with Metro Finance. Today is an important day for us as we discuss our vision for fiscal year 24. Several library colleagues have joined me today in support of this vision, so I'd like to briefly recognize them. With me today and sitting next to me is Susan Dry, our Assistant Director for Administrative Services. My colleagues on the library senior leadership team, Sherry Adams, Human Resources Manager, Lee Bolee, Assistant Director for Collections and Technology, Andrea Fanta, Library Marketing Manager, Linda Harrison, Assistant Director for Education and Literacy. Joyce Searcy, who is chair of our library board, and members of the Library Board of Trustees, including Dr. Nadine De La Rosa, Kate Azell, Robert Ormond, and Kate Varney. Sean Bacher, who is the president of our Public Library Foundation, Dawn Holmes, who is the chair of our Public Library Foundation, and members of our Library Advocacy Committee and library staff. Thank you for being with me today. So I want to start by saying that NPL exists to serve everyone in our community every day. We are deeply committed to providing excellent public service, and our proposed budget for FY24 reflects that commitment. We want to increase our capacity to go even further beyond the library's halls and walls and serve even more Nashvillians. I strongly believe in the proposed library budget before you. It calls for investments in early literacy, in school libraries, student reading, and out-of-classroom opportunities for Nashville students. This proposed budget calls for investments in NPL services for nearly 700,000 differently abled neighbors. Investments in our one-of-a-kind Votes for Women room, and in strategies to grow our online accessibility and to grow and modernize our Donaldson branch. This coming fiscal year is a smart time to make these investments. NPL's activity has been on an increase since 2020. We are on our way back to pre-pandemic levels, and in fact, we anticipate a fiscal year over fiscal year increase in all 5 of our key metrics that we use to measure Nashville Public Library's service and success. Before I conclude my remarks, I'd like to underscore one important point about Metro's funding for Nashville Public Library. The library's operating dollars are essential for us to be able to provide excellent customer service. The library's capital and 4% funding are also essential to that mission. We are proud to be called Nashville's Civic Living Room, and we are honored that our community trusts us deeply. However, we are caring for aging facilities, but we are grateful for both the capital and 4% funding that we receive for maintenance for this fiscal year. It is helping us to address those aging facilities. 5 of our branches are between 61 and 106 years old. 6 of our branches are between 29 and 55 years old. And our 5 busiest branches are each 23 years old. Ensuring that each of our 21 locations is modern, safe, and inviting for everyone requires significant investment. Additionally, we must also ensure that our facilities are accessible as possible for everyone. Our goal is for every Nashvilleian to be within 3 miles or a 15-minute radius of a library branch. We must continue to grow NPL's footprint to achieve this goal. Finally, we must constantly invest in NPL's collection of free books and materials, which is the backbone of the library. During fiscal year 23, we have received $3.5 million for materials, and we are extremely grateful for that. We must pour our resources into our collection to ensure that it remains current, contemporary, and reflective of all voices and faces in our community and in the world. So I want to thank you again for having me and my colleagues here today, and thank you for all the ways that you have been a friend and a supporter of our great library.
Thank you. All right, we'll open it up for questions. Councilmember Bradford.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Thank y'all for coming out today. And as you know, the libraries are a big passion of mine. And so the one question I have, if you can kind of explain to us, just like every department, you have a wish list. You submit your budget to the mayor's office, hoping you get everything, but sometimes you don't. Knowing that we're looking at possible some extra money in this budget, are there some things that you asked for this year that you probably need and that you didn't get, that we could probably look at trying to give y'all?
So is that 4% in capital or operating?
Any of it.
Okay, so I would say our greatest need is in capital. We asked for $104 million in September in our capital spending plan, and we received $5.5 million, and that doesn't allow for even a renovation of our regional library like Green Hills or Hermitage that are now 23 years old. So.
And did you say you asked for 104 million and only got 5.5 billion?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
How does that impact how you'll be able to operate in this fiscal year?
So again, we continue to have those aging facilities, and we're also not able to then expand and grow. We're very grateful because we do have the money for Donaldson, and we look to open that new library next spring. But again, we're not able to start any of our new. We have a master facilities plan. We haven't been able to start any of those projects or renovate any of the ones that were on the list for the $104 million.
Thank you. Councilmember Juffel.
Thanks, Chair. Yeah, I know you kick it out eventually. Thanks, Director. NASA is an important part of what I'm involved with, and in fact, we're going to present to the mayor more of an expanded programming. I know you have some more for the transportation. Is there any place that you can find to get a little bit more for more positions? This is an important part of summer programming. When you start to look at youth, what they don't do during the summer creates problems. If we can provide a positive environment, it really changes them for long term. So I would suggest if there's a place, or let us know, just as Councilman Bradford said, if there's a wish list where we can possibly support more, if you could let us know, we'd really appreciate it. Because again, I think there's this place where we invest in our kids now, we get a long-term investment and a lot better future for them. So I'd like to hear that if you have anything on the top of your head.
Sure. Thank you for that question. We did actually ask, our third priority in the budget for operating this year was for NASA for over $1.7 million. We did receive the increase for transportation costs. What we won't be able to do is add 4 more weeks in the summer, which would be 900 additional slots. We also are not able to add 400 more slots in the afternoon.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. How much would be needed in order to add those 900 and 400 slots?
We had 1.7 million in the budget.
Okay, thank you. Councilmember Serrara, let me get you.
Thank you, Director. First, let me thank you for the translational services that you're providing in Kurdish, Arabic, and Spanish for the materials. I think that's great. But I want to continue in the same trend as what everybody is saying. When I look at your questionnaire, what I read is that you actually asked for about 3.6 million, you only got about 1.3. And in looking at it, some of the programs that is affected by lack of funding is NASA. There's the NECAT, which will not be able to expand access. The Southeast area that will not have outreach coordinator. And then your staff will not have parking at the library garage. Am I reading all of that correctly?
Yes,
and then
you
your
are.
staff would have limited opportunities for DEI training. When I look at all the things that you have to give up, those are the kind of things that we're supposed to be funding. NASA is very important to me. NECAT is the one that helps all the people. And so having our staff having to go several miles to park and not have it, all of it seems reasonable to me. So what I'm asking is that if you would provide a breakdown of those items that are in the questionnaire that were not funded in the mayor's budget, and give us an amount for each one of them. And let's see what we can do to make some of this whole. Maybe we will not be able to do all of it, but we can prioritize in the additional stuff that we may have to be able to say, let's add a little more to NASL, let's add to NECAT. Those are programs that are very important for me. And so those things in your questionnaire, so give us the breakdown. I know what they are, but I think I would love to be able to get each one of them, the amount, the deficit for each of the programming. So thank you very much.
We'd be happy to give that to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Councilmember Van Rees.
Yes, I'm very delighted to see that the Votes for Women program coordinator is coming in under the right umbrella so that it can thrive. And I was curious, I've been wondering, when someone comes to visit Nashville, there's particular places we all know they go, and there are places where we wish they would go. And one of those places is the downtown library, and to go to the second floor and turn left and then turn right and to see what's up there and understand and learn Nashville's place and history. And I'm wondering whether or not this coordinator or, because it's been under the foundation, whether or not there's an opportunity to work with Metro Historic as well as with the tourism department. So whenever the folks are selling this place to be where they bring their convention, that on that list of activities for those conventionaires is to visit these two rooms. And I think it's imperative that we do that as a city to make sure that whenever people visit that they understand who we are. And I'm hoping that this coordinator will now have the room to be able to do that type of work. And I don't know whether or not that would require any additional assistance, or if a assistant to that individual for both of the rooms, the civil rights room and the Votes for Women room has been considered at all for an additional request.
Thank you for that. Actually, we have a special collection staff that does work with both rooms. We did specifically want the Votes for Women to be Metro versus the foundation. The other thing that we've done this past year is that we've worked with local tour agencies. David Ewing is one that he brings a lot of groups to visit on as part of his tour, and he's actually an authorized user now. So he is able to, bring groups of people as he's doing his other tours. And so we have a lot of support and use of those two rooms.
Councilmember Allen.
Thank you. Circling back around to the what more can we do for NASA? Did that I think it was 257,500 for transportation, did that cover all the transportation, or do you also still need more funding to ensure that kids can actually get to these great programs that we're?
Right. So the money that we received was what we needed for transporting. However, if we would get additional funding for those additional slots, then we would need 5 additional buses.
Gotcha. And that would be included. If you
Yes,
gave us that
included
information,
in
you would
that,
include
yes.
that as well. Okay, that's important. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Councilmember Benedict.
Thank you, Chair. And oh my goodness, Director, all the things that you guys do in my little Inglewood branch is amazing. I was looking at the master plan. I know this is a little bit of capital, but I want to talk operational here in a sec. Looking at the plan, which was last updated about four years ago in April of 2019, the Inglewood branch shows that it has more activity per square foot than any of the other branches in the system. It's a 54-year-old facility right now, and I know that it's on the plan from a capital perspective. Operationally, the team does a phenomenal job there. Suzanne Robinson and her leadership and the group that works for her do a great job. Are there any resources that perhaps they haven't asked for that we can help to get there? Because the Dan Mills School Zone has grown and grown and grown and grown. The folks on the other side of Gallatin Pike use the library frequently as well. We need to, NDOT's here, we'll talk about a crosswalk later that just hit me. But are there things that we can do to help manage that growth from that small facility?
So that's an excellent question. We actually, 2 years ago, you all approved for a professional children's librarian. So they do have that in addition to the wonderful staff that's already there doing programs. Last year, we added a full-time circulation assistant position there. So we do look at circs per staff member as we're allocating staff across the system. I will always take additional staff in the branches if you would like to do that. So we'd be happy to take more staff.
Thank you, and thank you so much. Keep up the good work. This is such an important part of helping our youth learn, and you know, the library meant so much to me as a child. So it's great work that you do, and thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate your support.
Thank you. I have one last question. In the budget request, you are receiving, I guess, $143,200 for traveling children's librarians and also $22,000 for translation services. And I think that's wonderful. Just wanted to know if that's enough and if you could speak to how these two particular line items benefit the community and the library program.
Sure. So for the two children's traveling librarians, we have professional children's librarians in our middle-sized branches in our regionals. What we're addressing with this is to start, and I would love to have 8 children's librarians for each of those little neighborhood libraries. But we thought what we could do is start out with the 2 traveling, because that way we would have at least 1 day per week where we would have a professional librarian in those locations. They could offer training, they could provide programs, and they could also do outreach. So that will help those 8 neighborhood branches. In terms of the catalog, what this allows us to do is what we call the discovery layer, which is where customers go and they start their search. So that will be translated in Arabic, Kurdish, and Spanish. If we had more money, then we would have to also have more staff if we wanted to translate more of our online presence. But this is a start for us.
Thank you. And looks like we have another question from Councilmember Bradford.
Thank you. Yes, this question just kind of came to me as I was listening to this, and you're talking about staff and libraries. I know there's been a push for a while to expand hours of operations and days of operations. Where are we currently at as far as Monday through Friday or 7 days a week and hours? And if we're not fully a 24/7 system, what's holding us back from doing that?
So we're not a fully 24/7 because, we're open. The regionals are open Monday through Thursday until 8. And then everyone is open on Friday, and we also have on Saturday. The thing for us is that, I guess, if you wanted to expand more, that you would do Sunday hours because only the regional libraries are open on Sunday.
Do we have a price tag of what it would cost to offer Sunday operation hours?
We could look at it and get back to you with it.
I'd appreciate that because I do hear from some folks how, their Sundays are usually the best day for them to kind of relax and, they want to go to the library, but it's closed. So I think it'd be a great opportunity if we can figure out how much that would cost, and maybe that's something else we can look at for this budget.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you all so much. I think just to recap that there was a request for more information about how much funding is needed for additional capital and operating improvements, and do those need to go to? Okay, so you can send them to Director Margaret Darby, and she will share those with us.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.